First thing first, when working with resin, safety is key. You will need a properly ventilated space, no kids or pets around. I have mentioned all the material you will need in the description box. Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you behind the scenes to show how I create my resin coasters inspired by the beauty of nature and wildlife. From Svalbard's icy landscapes and majestic polar bear to the dazzling aurora lights and earthy mosaic patterns, this project captures it all. If you are excited to dive into the process, stick around because I'll guide you through every step. Before we mix any resin, it's important to have your design ready. Here I am putting my bears face down because the down part will be the top part of the coasters, and putting gold nuggets to fill the gap. For today's coaster, I'm drawing inspiration from Svalbard's natural beauty, the icy winters and polar bears. I'm also obsessed with golden nuggets, so I'll incorporate those along with crushed stones. Since resin has a working time of about 30 minutes, I always prepare my design beforehand to avoid rushing during the process. For my mosaic coaster, I'm filling the gap with crushed stone pieces. Once your designs are ready, now it's time to mix the resin and hardener. I'm using a ratio of 1:1, 1 part resin A and 1 part hardener B. And using these alcohol inks in my coasters. Now I'm taking a smaller cup in which I'll be taking equal portion of part A, which is called resin, and then I pour them into a larger cup and set my timer for 3 minutes to gently mix until the resin becomes crystal clear. Now it's time to taking part B, which is called hardener. Here is the tip, always use plastic cups and sticks and mix gently to avoid getting bubbles that could ruin your final piece. Once the resin is ready, I divide it into smaller cups for coloring. I'm using alcohol inks in blue, green, white, golden and olive green. Add 4 to 5 drops of inks into each cup and gently mix until the resin is evenly colored. Let the color sit for about 5 minutes, stirring occasionally to keep them from thickening too much. Here comes the fun part, pouring the resin. I start by filling the coaster's mold halfway with clear resin, then use a blowtorch to pop any bubbles. Here is the tip: never hold the blowtorch in one spot for too long. It could burn the resin piece. Next, I pour the white resin around the edges and blue in the center. Then I will swirl the two colors together with a clean stick to create a snowy Arctic inspired look. In this one, I'm using green resin to mimic the aurora lights. Here I have swirled the two colors together with a clean stick to create a snowy Arctic inspired look. Once the designs are complete, I let the coasters cure for 24 hours. After they have hardened, I check for any rough edges. If needed, I sand them down and wipe them clean with a damp cloth. For extra shine, I like to add a second clear resin layer. Before doing this, I paint the coaster edges with gold or silver using oil-based Deco Pens. This adds a polished, professional touch to the final piece. Look at these beauties. The layer is smooth, the designs are vibrant, and they are strong enough to last. Before going for the second clear resin coating, you need to first decorate the sides with either the golden pen or the silver pen and let it sit for a couple of hours. Once dried, then use this precision craft glue on back of your coaster to prevent it getting your resin stuck once it hardened after 24 hours. So here I'm taking a brush. I took this brush. You can take any sort of brush, dip it in the glue, and you may use any sort of glue and put a thick layer on back of the coaster. And let it sit for a couple of hours. Once the glue is dried, I'm pouring my second clear resin layer on every coaster for some extra shine. Here I'm using the final time the blowtorch to remove any kind of bubbles from my coasters. Bonus tip: if you notice bumps on back of your coasters after they are fully set, you can still remove them with a warm craft knife, or else remove when they are half set with a pair of scissors. For this coaster, I experimented by adding alcohol inks directly onto the resin instead of mixing it in beforehand. The results were stunning: an abstract two-sided design that's both unique and versatile. That's it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed this step-by-step guide to creating resin coasters inspired by nature and wildlife. If you have any questions or need more tips, drop them in the comments below. And a big thank you to my amazing family of 58 subscribers. You inspire me to keep creating. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in my next. Until then, take care and happy crafting. Bye.